before I get into it, today I was just reading about 2 Peter chapter 2, and it really spoke to me because we have to be careful with who we allow to speak on pulpits, on altars, through social media, and because there is a lot of false prophets, there is a lot of people that want a certain platform, and they know who God is, they know the power of Jesus, but they choose their way instead of God's way. And one thing that I see is that when we go against those things, when we live right, when we live correctly, people will slander your name. People will accuse you and try to slander your name and slander your testimony. But one thing I know is that God will rescue you from trials. And so people will try to give you false hope, give you a false narrative, give you false things. And God is the one that's really going to take us from glory to glory, from honor to honor. We just have to push. We can't return to our past. We can't go back. You know, it talks about it how how you can push, but then you don't want to be like a dog that returns to his vomit. And I think it's very important for us where when God sets us free from certain things, when God sets us free from addictions, when God sets us free from loneliness or anxiety or whatever it is, that any wounds that you had that you gave, you didn't really give, but it was legal rights from demons. Like demons had legal rights over you, and so your thought process was different. The way you see things were different. Sometimes you heard things and you thought it was your thoughts, but those were demons coming after you. And I think it's very important for us to understand that God will heal you. You need to forgive. You need to forgive. You need to forgive, and you need to pray. Because in my life, there's certain things where I had to forgive, and as I started to forgive, layers started to come off, and I started to see things. And I am working on myself. I'm still getting better. I'm still improving. But there were situations in my life where I needed to have the right accountability. Instead of having false prophets and false teachers, I had correct teachers and prophets and apostles to really speak life into me and to really correct me. The Lord chastises those he loves. And so having people correct me, I love correction because it lets me know that there's room for improvement. I also don't hate it. It's just like when I get corrected, because you feel a certain type of way, and that's good because it's your spirit letting you know like there's improvement and there's work, and there's this feeling of like, oh no, there's a radar, there's an indicator of there's something wrong. And so now you know what that is, and your flesh is like, what's happening, what's going on? No, like don't work on that, don't get better, don't improve. I don't want you to improve because I want you to stay the same and be the same. Your flesh wants you to go to hell. Your spirit wants you to go to heaven. It's a battle between flesh and spirit every single day. And so we have to push, we have to fight, and we have to trust in the people that we have in front of us. That's why we have to be discerning. That's why we have to be praying. That's why we have to be fasting. And those are going to help us understand where we need to go, how we need to move, who we need to talk to, who we need to open up to, who we need to partner with, and that's important. So praying for you guys that in this season, if you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you don't have the right mentorship, if you don't have the right leaders, I'm praying that by the sound of my voice that God opens doors for you to understand that those people are not for you, and that you release those people, you heal, and you put yourself around people that are really going to help you grow and really help you mature into that man or woman of God that God has called you to be. So you guys have a good one.